I chose this topic because I feel as though I can relate to Chisholm because of her immigrant background, as well as her experience of what it's like to be an African American woman living in America. Chisholm showed extreme bravery throughout her political career. She gave not only women of color a voice in politics, but everyone altogether. I remember relating Shirley Chisholm to a woman named Olivia Pope, who was played by Kerry Washington in the show called Scandal. Olivia Pope's character played a political advisor to the President of the United States. And I felt as though this was a perfect relation between the two because of how many similarities that they both share. In one episode, I remember Olivia's father telling her that she had to work twice as hard for half of what is just given to others who are not of the minority race. Also, in my personal opinion, I feel as though African American women are put in many different situations that hinder their success. One, because they are a part of a minority group, and two, simply just because of the fact that they are women. Shirley Chisholm was born on November 30th, 1924 in Brooklyn, New York to a pair of immigrant parents who immigrated to America from Barbados. For most of her childhood, Chisholm was sent to Barbados to live with her grandmother for the time being. While with her grandmother, that is where Shirley learned her discipline for her schoolwork as well as the importance of education. Once Chisholm was able to return back to the United States, she attended Brooklyn College in 1946 and began her career as a teacher, and started to work in a nursery as the director of the facility. As a way to further her education, she also went on to earn her master's degree at Columbia University.
No particular test as yet that indicates that man has a superiority of gray cranial matter over women.
Shirley Chisholm was an outspoken black woman, and she was in politics way before Hillary Clinton or Barack Obama made history.
But I knew I would be in trouble because the moment that the announcement was made that I was going to make a bid for the presidency, all hell broke loose.
Chisholm was the first African-American woman elected to Congress. She ran for president as a Democrat in 1972 and made it to the National Convention, but lost her bid for nomination. Her pursuit for the presidency wasn't easy. Chisholm had to sue to get into TV debates and was the target of several assassination attempts while campaigning. Chisholm was ahead of her time. Although she stood up for minorities, she struggled to secure votes from women and the black community. But she paved a path.
I believe we are intelligent enough to recognize the talent, energy, and dedication which all Americans, including women and minorities, have to offer.
For Newsy, I'm Melissa Prax.
As a result of her political career, Chisholm was able to pave the way for many behind her. She was always remembered as the first African American woman to be elected in Congress, as well as the first one to run for president. Chisholm was able to pave the way for many, such as Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is currently running for a seat in the office as the President of the United States. Another person that Chisholm was able to pave the way for was former President Barack Obama. Barack Obama was the first ever African American president to be elected. Although he was black, there was still many controversy that stated that he wasn't quote-unquote black enough. Lastly, Chisholm also paved the way for Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton was one of the first people who were able to run as president, given the fact that she was a woman. And she was also the first to be so close to be nominated, not once but twice, as a second option for president.
I think Shirley Chisholm will go down in history as the one who really broke that barrier that said to women, wait your turn.
In her running for president, being the first African-American woman to run in 1972, as I recall, was a symbol to say to the world and to America, me too, I am an American.
She had the symbol of unbought and unbossed, and she was respected because the members of Congress, be they men or women, knew that Shirley Chisholm stood for something and that she was about improving the quality of life.
But I think she would say, if she came back today, that the struggle continues for women to have full empowerment, and that what is important is that young women who are on their journey upwards need to study Shirley and view her as a symbol of can-do, the attitude of can-do. Doesn't mean it will be easy, but I can do. Doesn't mean I will be immediately accepted, but I can do. Doesn't mean that I will be looked at differently in seeking positions of power, but I can do.
And her work and her legacy, number one, to have confidence in yourself. Number two, to know that you're smart enough to have the kind of ideas and thoughts that can lead to good public policy. Shirley Chisholm was a woman who inspired other women. She was a woman who had courage. She was a woman who had a voice. And she was a woman that helped to inspire women to want to be like her.
Thank you, Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm.